What's going on, everyone? I'm Matt, and welcome back to Gold Coin Mountain. I took a little bit of a hiatus, but now I'm back, and I want to talk about Nintendo's E3. During my hiatus, I picked up a few subscribers, and I want to say thank you for that. If you like this video, please hit like, and also subscribe so you can help me grow the channel even further. If you look around the interwebs, you'll see that most people love Nintendo's E3 Direct, some even claiming that it was one of their best ever. Let me tell you why I don't agree. Let me first start off by saying if you loved it, I'm happy for you. I really am. If I was putting a letter grade on it, it would be a solid C. You might be asking yourself, why's that? You probably didn't, so let me just give you my unsolicited opinion anyway. There wasn't enough new stuff that we didn't already know about from Nintendo's legendary roster. Outside of Metroid Dread, which of Nintendo's iconic characters got a brand new game? The new Mario Party is basically a redesign of old boards and minigames. WarioWare is, well, WarioWare, and it's just a collection of microgames. Mario & Rabbids was already announced before the show. We already knew that Mario Golf and Skyward Sword were coming soon, and we've known for a couple years that the sequel to Breath of the Wild was being worked on. Nintendo has so many awesome and fun characters. Where are their new adventures? Anyway, let's get into some specific games that I want to go over and talk about. First off, can we go back to the E3 Directs where Reggie was always doing weird and fun shit? Those were the days. Everyone and their mother knew we would get a Smash character announcement. We just weren't sure who we would get. It turned out to be Kazuya from Tekken. Now personally, this doesn't do much for me. I haven't played Tekken since I had some bootleg ghetto burned CD version of it on the PS1, and in order to play it I had to keep the lid open and do the disc swap method. How did I even get that burned disc? I was like 10 or 11, and I don't remember hanging out with any bootleg PS1 game salesman. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Kazuya looks cool and his moveset looks like it could be a lot of fun. It's just basically a shoulder shrug from me. I'm happy for people who wanted this, while simultaneously just being kind of meh about it. Wait. Is he gonna throw Kirby off a cliff? Fuck this son of a bitch and everything he stands for! Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is coming to the Switch. Well, kind of. It's gonna be a cloud version. I don't know who is asking Square Enix to make these Marvel games, but I feel like they should reconsider. It doesn't look bad, per se. In fact, the gameplay looks fun, even though you can only play as Star-Lord. But what are these character models? And the voice acting is bordering on cringy at times. It just looks and feels like the knockoff Kmart version of Guardians of the Galaxy called Protectors of the Constellation. With that being said, I'll probably still play this because 1, I love Marvel, and 2, the gameplay looks solid and hopefully there is enough to push me past the look of it. More than likely I'll play it on the PS5 and not the Switch because COD versions just aren't the same. Then Nintendo wanted to be just as much of a tease as my girlfriend is. They pop bananas up on the screen and say something about a 20th anniversary. And even though I know Donkey Kong has been around longer than 20 years, I still got pumped because, you know, bananas! And then it's Super Monkey Ball. Which isn't a bad thing. Super Monkey Ball looks fun, and I know a lot of people love it. However, it would have been great if I didn't just get Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 3 weeks ago for the GameCube. I have terrible timing. I should probably just accept that. Next up was Mario Party Superstars. I'm someone who loves the Mario Party series. I even love Mario Party 10 on the Wii U, which everyone wanted burned at the stake. I'm not mad about this game coming out, far from it. I'll definitely be picking it up. But holy hell, couldn't this have just been a DLC for Super Mario Party which already exists on the Switch? Well yes it could have. But we can't charge $60 for DLC, people would call us greedy. So instead we'll just make a separate game and charge $60 for it anyway. Hey, thanks for clearing that up, Nintendo, you greedy whores. The next one got me excited. First, they actually acknowledge that Metroid Prime 4 is still a thing. Actually kind of reassuring considering the development hell that game has been through. But then they say they have another Metroid for us, and man, this trailer did not disappoint. You can call it a Metroidvania if you want. Hey, that name came from somewhere, right? But I'll just call it a 2D platformer. And 2D platformers happen to be one of my favorite types of games of all time. Probably because I'm old as hell and that was almost the only type of game when I was a kid. Metroid Dread looks amazing, and I was even happier that it's not too far away as it comes out on October 8th. After that, Nintendo went into a few games I couldn't care less about, and then they got into Mario Golf. I'm extremely pumped for Mario Golf, but why highlight a game that comes out in like a week and a half during your E3 presentation? That would have been just fine as a Twitter post or a letter via carrier pigeon. Shortly after, we got a new game announcement with one of Nintendo's iconic characters, Wario. But it's a WarioWare game. It's just a collection of microgames. It's fine, and I'm sure it'll be fun for a little bit, but this just seems like a cop-out by Nintendo to say there's a ton of quote-unquote new games with their iconic characters. Me personally, I just think a Wario Land game here would have resonated with me a whole lot more. From there was a few more games that I don't care about, and I want to state again, you might care a lot about these games, and I'm happy for you. But me personally, it was just a test to see if I could stay awake. Hey, it's Fatal Frame. I never thought you'd be able to play that game outside of the Wii U. Game looks creepy, and I've heard great things. Might be time to check it out. I absolutely loved the first Mario and Rabbids game. I went into it just because it had Mario characters. And then I figured out that teaming him up with obnoxious Rabbids and making it a turn-based RPG was exactly what I needed in my life. It's honestly amazing, and I recommend checking it and its Donkey Kong DLC out. And I'm definitely ready for the sequel, but the game was announced 2 days before Nintendo's presentation. It was old news at this point, so it didn't really move the needle. Immediately following that was a segment on Advance Wars, which I've never played, but it has quite the following and fan base. Also, why is the voiceover girl so angry? Stop yelling at me.
Play the first 2 Advance Wars campaigns in Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, marching on to Nintendo Switch this holiday.
But anyway, it looks like it'll be a hit and fun to play. Yet, it's another remake. It's not something new. Where's the new? As we got into where they were going to talk about Zelda, I thought to myself, oh baby, this is the Zelda segment. This is where the sequel to Breath of the Wild gets a title and we get to see numerous minutes of gameplay and I pass out from excitement and then awaken screaming Link's name like I already do most nights in bed. Meh. It was okay. Skyward Sword HD was mentioned and they basically just reiterated that you can now play with buttons instead of motion controls. Awesome? Yes. A new announcement? No. We found that out in the last Direct. Oh, a Game & Watch system with a Zelda collection on it. Cool for someone, I guess. Moving on. Then they basically said they don't care about Zelda's 35th anniversary because, and I'm paraphrasing here, that's really all they have planned. Happy 35th anniversary! People now get to play your games on the screen the size of an old school Nokia. I have zero disappointment about the trailer they put together for the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Holy shit, did it look incredible. You get to see some new mechanics that will be available, get a little bit of a look at how the terrain will be different from the first one, and just how damn pretty this game will be. No solid release date, as just 2022 flashed on the screen. Not ideal, but it'll be worth the wait. But again, and I'm sorry to keep mentioning this, it wasn't anything new. We've known that the sequel was being made for what, 2 years now? It was just a slight update to what we were already aware of. When it was all said and done, I found myself asking, where's Donkey Kong? He hasn't had a new game since 2014 on the Wii U. What about Kirby? It's been over 3 years since we've seen his adorable pink self kicking ass and taking names. Mario hasn't had a 3D game since Odyssey, and the last proper 2D Mario that wasn't Mario Maker came out almost a decade ago. While Mario Kart 8 was obviously ported to the Switch, that game originally debuted 7 years ago. Why are all these characters in series MIA or banished to the sideline? This is why I can't say that Nintendo's E3 Direct was anything more than just average, or okay. With the extremely high sales numbers of the Switch and them having an endless amount of amazing characters to choose from, I don't think it's wrong for me or anyone to expect just a little bit more. So there you have it, my thoughts on Nintendo's E3. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm an idiot? Probably yes. I also think I'm an idiot, but that's okay. Any opinions you guys have, let me know. So that'll about do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.